Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new segment of On Campus that we've got, the Conference 1 Valorant Update. Norris Howard here, as always, joined alongside DANE Simpkins, one of our interns here at Checkpoint On Campus, who's been doing the good work of checking out all of the Conference 1 matches for us. DANE, welcome to the team, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Norris. I'm very happy to be here. Very excited to talk about Conference 1. Very excited to be part of the Checkpoint XP team. Very excited to be doing this show with you.
Oh, man, thank you so much. And so let's hop right into it, because a big match that we had this week was the USD Coyotes versus the California Golden Bears. And the thing is that Golden Bears sit at 3-1, and they're a team to beat. So what can you tell us about that?
Okay, so this was a big game for both teams, but for two different reasons. Golden Bears was 3-1, yeah. So winning this meant that they could run with the big dogs. That means they could run with the WGAs. They could run with the SJSU Blues. They would be tied in a four-way tie for first, I believe, in their league. So definitely a big one for them. Coyotes, on the other hand, they absolutely needed to win this one, because a loss here means that they were sitting at bottom two with nothing but a hope and a prayer to get out of elimination here in 3 weeks. Could have been real bad. So game starts on Ascent. USD defending, Cal offending, and well, it looks bad for Coyotes to begin with. Yeah, a lot of flawlesses right out of the gate. It seemed like Cal could do no wrong on this one. The scoreboard really tells the story. They were never caught out of position. They were never really overextending on this one. There was like one where USD was actually able to snag a flawless, and so you're like, whoa, where did that come from? But that was the one. That was the only one they got. The round ends at 13-1. Not good. Not looking good for Coyotes. They're gonna have to figure out something quick, and it actually looks like they do as we go on to game 2 here on Haven. I believe USD chose the map. They're defending, Cal offending again. This game is like a completely different story. Instead of basically Cal just flawlessing all across the board, just acing left and right, almost every single round came down to a 1v1 or a near clutch.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if USD was just prepared for Haven. They just knew Haven. That was their go-to map. They did pick it, so like that would make sense to me. Or if maybe their coach gave them the greatest pep talk of all time. I don't know. But they were like a completely different team here. Still weren't able to clutch it exactly. Every round was back and forth, and every round came down to basically a 1v1. Like I said, with one of the standout players, JT Blaster Boy on Brimstone, able to find those angles, able to get those clutches. Really, the individual player skills.
And so definitely looking at this, because Cal was ultimately able to win out and take the series. They sit in a really strong spot, as you said. But knowing that we've seen now USD Coyotes, they're at the bottom of the barrel. Would you consider, based on what you've seen, Golden Bears to be an elite level team, or do you think they still need one extra thing to put them in that elite caliber?
I think they need one more. This was their can we run with the big boys, right? I don't know if I would consider them a WGA just yet, or an SJSU, because like those teams I would consider elite. I think they play very soon, if not next week, where Cal will finally get to test their mettle, and we'll see for sure if they can really
moving forward into an actual elite team, where we have Miami Redhawks at 4-0 up against Limestone at 2-2. Miami, again, as we said, a very strong team, part of that elite level that you just mentioned. Limestone doesn't want to get eliminated. So how did the story of this match play out?
Well, yeah, like you said, Miami, they were looking to prove themselves top 5 in the country on this one. So they want to be the big boys here. And for my money, they definitely showed that they were on this one. This was another destruction, sort of. 13-2 was the final score of game 1. Limestone, they weren't pushovers, you know what I mean? Like they're 2-2. They didn't just like go softly into that gentle night. They tried. They weren't making like terrible mistakes. Just Miami had the angles. They had strategery is really what it was. They had like the plays where they needed to be, and they would transition to the sights right when they needed to. They would hold the angles they needed to, and they would win the duels. But they weren't like steamrolling, which made me see like Limestone is not a bad team. Miami is just like the better team.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
And definitely closing out that match on the second map. On Icebox, which was I'd never get to watch Icebox, to be honest with
Icebox is a really weird map. It was chosen by Limestone, I think, because it's so weird that it gives like a slightly worse team an advantage over a better team if they're prepared, if they have the angles, because there's just so many angles to like be watching. There's like
I hate watching it because there's just so many obstructions. I just don't like it.
It's the most anxiety-inducing map to play on for my money, because they could come from anywhere at any time. And that's what,
and so.
Miami was able to do.
Yes, Miami ends up winning out. They end up closing that out 13-2, continuing to be that elite level team. And so, Dane, I want to thank you so much for hitting us with this Conference 1 Valorant update. Don't forget to tune in every week to On Campus, where you're able to see the Conference 1 Valorant update. We're going to be doing these all throughout the rest of the season and through the playoffs. So if you're a big Valorant fan, if you're a fan of Conference 1, you definitely want to be checking this out. Dane, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here, and I am very excited to be giving you guys the rundown week after week.